Alright. Boom. We back. Episode 83.
83.
Jeez, man. These numbers are just like, they're just going up and up and up. Well,
It's so natural now. Saying, man, this is just life.
Yeah.
Life.
Podcast.
Oh, life, isn't it? Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, I hear that. How's your week been?
It's been vibey, man.
Yeah.
Been vibey.
Busy.
Very busy. Very active. I guess by the time people see this, we would have had the red carpets out, had the Cine Club out of
Cine
the Woman
Club,
King. Yeah.
Oh,
We're going Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't make it.
I mean, it be like that sometimes, you know. Life get hectic for you, yeah.
Can't make it. That's painful. I still ain't seen it. I feel like everyone around me has seen it, but
Nah, not everyone.
most people I know.
Not everyone.
A lot of people went to the initial screening
when it first
come out.
Okay. Yeah. So by then, well, I'll wait for the reviews to say I'm gonna say, but yeah, we've been on the red carpet for the Woman King, Cine Club for the Woman King. Mm-hmm. It's been active, you know. When you're active in the future already, that's mad.
Do you know what I was not prepared for?
What?
How hectic, and how busy a film festival is. I had no idea. Like, obviously, that's our first proper one. Yeah. So, man had no idea what to expect. And, we got dashed in the deep end, boy. My, but the emails are wild, bro.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
A lot going on.
Interview this person, come see this film, review this, that, this is coming out, this is changed. I'm just like, wow. Bro.
It's good, though. I feel like no, we're in the game now. Yeah, we're a part of the community. Yeah, me done BFI Festival. Well, we're still doing BFI Festival.
Yeah, London Film Festival. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just started really because we was doing the pre-festival. Yes. So I think that started today. Is it October the 5th? Or is it tomorrow?
Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. So that actually starts.
It's been crazy. It's crazy.
And also, I'll know for next time that if you're booking your tickets in the festival, that has to be done early. Because a lot of the movies that I wanted to see, man was dilly-dallying and they're booked.
Gone.
I managed to find a couple one. I've managed to find a Korean one, which actually
was the one that you wanted
was
to
the
watch.
Only if I could only pick one film that I could watch from the film festival, it was gonna be what's it called again? Sugar. I can't remember, but I remember by the same guy that did Old Boy and Parasite.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today actually, because I was like, who told me about a film that was made by Old Boy that I was meant to watch? Yeah,
so it was the Park Chan-wook. So that's the only one I really wanted to see. But yeah, we know for next year. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna be on game. This one was just a little warm up, unexpected as well.
Yeah, this one was. I feel like this was quite a big one to get to start with. Like it would have been, if we would have done like a couple smaller ones, we kind of would have known Wagwan with this.
What time it is.
Because this one was thicker. Like the emails, like 10, 15 emails a day, bro, about interview this person, come see this person, this, that, Zoom or interview for this. It's just like, wow. But I can see how if you make the time, if you are organized and you make the time, you could really get a lot of very good content and very good
make a name for yourself.
You do that. You go through a festival and you do at least 60% of what you're available to do. Yep. You're gonna meet.
You'll have a lot to edit, but you'll have a lot of content to just push out there that no one will have.
Exactly. Yo, people, you already know it. Who it is, it's Watch It or Not
TV.
I'm your host, Daniel Nero. I'm with my co-host.
I go by the name of Zoosh, aka Guyver.
And we are here with cameraman Alex in the building.
You already know.
Every time.
You already know. No guest. Like I said, man, sometimes the room prefer, you know?
Yeah, I see.
Sprawl out.
I see that because obviously the couches ain't that big, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, sometimes, you know, no guest is all right, you know?
Yeah, nah.
Back to the original, you know, little good vibes, yeah?
There was a time where we didn't have no guests.
I mean...
There was a time we didn't have no guests.
A long time.
We back. People, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment because we want to hear that sound.
Ta-ting!
Or and for the 83rd time, Zoosh Guyver, could you please explain to the people then what that?
All right, so
means?
you're going to be watching the show, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, this was all right, you know. These men are kind of cool. I wonder when episode 84 comes out." So what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump on the internet. Now, the browser you use to get on the internet to surf YouTube and find the show that you was watching, when you press that notification bell, it's going to make a different sound. Yeah? And that's all depending on the browser you use to get on there. Yeah? It's just simple.
I don't know which company it is. I don't know if it's the person that made the sound. I don't know if it's like Google, but someone needs to.
For about 83 episodes, I've been meaning to, find out. But I'm going to find out for you lot one day, man.
Someone needs to like put us on the pattern or something.
You know what I am going to do?
What?
I'm going to find something new.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you. You're gonna.
I'm gonna have a fun fact. I'm gonna have a gander.
A gander.
Yeah, gander.
See a ramen. Yeah, no problem.
I mean, audio adventure.
Could you please explain to the people then what we're watching today?
All right. So on today's show, we have. What did we say we were doing first? Film?
Let's do Dahmer first. Let's do Dahmer first.
All right, so we got Dahmer. That's the Jeffrey Dahmer story. That is the new one, the big one on Netflix. I feel like everybody's talking about it. Even those who ain't watching it are talking about it.
Did you know who Jeffrey Dahmer was?
Yeah, of course.
I was baffled that a lot of people didn't know who he was.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it's weird because I had been making this joke for not a joke, but I had been making reference for about a year. A time ago, because I just knew about the story. This is before they made it all cool and shit, you hear me? But, so it was interesting when they came out of it, because I've listened to audio podcasts about Jeffrey Dahmer.
I've watched so many documentaries, and I see a film as well with Jeremy Renner as Dahmer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, okay. Time ago.
Okay. So yeah, we got that one. And we also have a brand new one called Crimes of the Future.
Yeah, with Vita Morrison.
And Kirsten Stewart.
Oh yeah, Kirsten Stewart. Yeah, I see her just lurking there. You get me?
Like a freak.
Yeah, just lurking.
We starting off with Dahmer?
Yeah, let's start with Dahmer.
All right,
let's do it. Synopsis. How we doing it?
I don't wanna hear me. Don't wanna glorify the thing. You hear me? What we saying? Can you read it like what? No ideas?
I got one, but I ain't saying it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to be the bad guy, man.
Yeah, I got one.
I can just think of do like some kind of a news reporter reporting it on the news.
All right. Okay. Story of the Milwaukee Monster told from the perspective of the victims. A police and incompetence that allowed the Wisconsin native to go on a multi-year killing spree.
Cool. It's like headline news.
Yeah. It's like I was outside with the mic.
I see.
And it's like windy. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bulletin.
I see it now. I see it I see it with my own eyes. All right, let's get into it, man. Dahmer. This is Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer who ate people.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It's actually written by someone called Ian Brennan, who did Glee. He did the thing for Glee.
What is it?
Yeah, he's a writer for Glee, which I found pretty interesting, considering the type of
did you watch Glee?
I mean, Roxanne watched Glee and I was just there, but I will say that put me on to Journey, the song. What does they sing?
You're gonna sing it for us?
I'm trying to think. If I could remember the words, I'll sing it right now. That's the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It took the midnight train.
What, Glee put you onto that?
Well, I mean, it made me learn the words properly.
Oh, I mean, you hear that on the radio all the time. Just around.
Yeah. What radio stations do you listen to?
It's not the radio stations I listen to. I said just around.
Well, you have to listen to a radio station to hear that. So what?
No, I don't listen to. I said you hear it just around on radio stations. So you might be going into the shops. You might be in Tesco's. You might be, I don't know. You just hear it around. Okay. Yeah, it's not the radio station I listen to.
Okay.
Yeah, the key words were just around.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
But yeah, also written as well by Ryan Murphy, who also was a writer from Glee. So I didn't actually put them two together, to be honest. I was like, it's a bit odd.
It's interesting.
Go on. What?
Yeah,
I found it very interesting. I'm like, wow, you talk about diversity,
isn't it?
Right? Glee.
Had they nothing in between? You don't know about anything in between?
Though I'm sure there was, but I can give you a little rundown now. But the main things that I know, that I knew their name from, was that they
was Glee.
So yeah, Ian. There we go. Ian Brennan. You've got Cooties. Never heard of it. Scream Queens, The Politician. He's doing The Watcher as well.
Okay.
So that's a new series coming out.
Well, nothing that leads to something like Dahmer.
The Watcher movie is supposed to be a bit of with Bobby Cannavale.
Okay.
So that's supposed to be like a thriller sort of thing, but nothing to do with...
I was more looking for something that led from
like a murder thing.
Yeah, just see if
Or someone who I wasn't surprised to see, and it was Evan Peters, because you seen American Horror Story?
No.
Yeah, he does well in that. But do you know what? A couple of years ago, he actually quit the show. And it was very confusing because the show was like sick.
Yeah.
So I was like, why would you quit? Like, I was just thinking, maybe got bored. But when I see this, I was thinking maybe he quit to get more time with this.
Possible.
So, but yeah, he'd been playing serial killers. In that.
And well.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, he was in the X-Men's as well. Quicksilver, Never Back Down. So he's been
active.
He's been working. And obviously, I think after this, he's gonna get some.
Yeah, the phone's ringing.
Yeah, definitely. His agent is.
Yeah.
Is excited and happy.
Well, let's get into some of that. Let's get into the cast.
All right. Well,
some of the acting.
Well, okay. Let me just mention a couple more of the actors. Richard Jenkins as well, who plays his dad.
Yeah.
Step Brothers, your favorite movie?
No.
Okay. Shape of Water.
I've never seen that.
No?
No.
It's all right. It's not his best. Not their...
I've never seen that.
What's his name again who did it? Pan Labyrinth guy. Sugar. I forgot his name. But yeah, it's not his best, but it's a good movie. Worth watching. The Visitor.
Yeah, I see. He's just one of those guys though that you just see.
He's just around.
Yeah.
You just see him popping up.
You see him pop up
in places. And then obviously the last person you got is sorry.
But yeah, he is definitely one of those characters you see about. Are you looking for, what's her name? Niecy Nash?
Niecy Nash, that's it. I knew her name, but I didn't want to say it and then forget what I was about to say. Yeah, Niecy Nash. So yeah, she was in it as well. I see her in Renault 911. Did you used to watch that?
No, but I know about it. So I've seen it.
911. That was all right. But that's why I know her from.
I've seen her in like little roles. She's popped up and played like little cameos.
Yeah, I've seen her about
a few sitcoms and stuff.
I've seen her about, but I haven't. Oh yeah, Michael Beach as well played the Fed, the Black Fed.
Oh yeah.
So those were the ones that I clocked.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. If you don't know about Dahmer, first of all, I was confused that people didn't know about it. I mentioned before, but I was confused because
he's one of the most popular ones.
That's what I mean. Like I could understand like
Gacy, not knowing Gacy. I can understand
Gacy,
that.
yeah, because when he did, but that was. Just quickly touched on that. That was so weird that they mentioned it because they wasn't even in the same time frame. Like Gacy was before
That's
Dahmer.
what I thought, but then I just thought I got it wrong.
No, he was before Dahmer. Like I'm pretty sure like his whole reign ended before even.
Yeah, see, I thought he was more old school, but I wasn't. Yeah. When they showed it, I was like, well, I'm not too sure if this is fact or fiction.
They kind of played it off like there was other ones going on now, and he's one of them. But I was like, have I forgot the story? But yeah, I could imagine people not knowing Gacy. Yeah. But Dahmer, he's like their Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
For England. So I was like, everyone, if you don't know, you know the name. I would have thought like Dahmer, but you just didn't know what he did. You would have thought he was like a baseball player or something.
It's true. I thought like, and it's true because it's one of the things that, like I said earlier, when I reference, it's like when people say, like, oh, I can't believe someone did this. Like, I'm never surprised because I've always known a story like Jeffrey Dahmer. So when people say, oh, I can't believe they did this, I'm like, there's people out here eating people. Yeah. Like, it's like, it don't get no worse than that. Like, anything before that is not surprising anymore what people do. You hear me? When you got someone that's eats people.
Cooking and eating them.
How do you want to get into this one?
All right, let's slide in. First of all, pause. I'm behaving myself. I need to be careful.
Yeah. Watch yourself.
I started this one now, and because I'd watched so many documentaries and I'd known a lot, I was already confused because initially I know the guy's name, Tracy. I think Tracy. That's the not Tracy. What's his name? Why can't I remember anyone's name today? The last guy that got away.
Oh, the one that was it Tracy? There was a lot of T's. There was a Tony. I feel there was a Tracy. Anyway, the last guy.
And I remembered his name as the one that got away. So when they were showing it, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are they doing it this way? And I always remembered because I had watched the actual court clips. And I remember that they made a big thing of him saying he wasn't gay, he wasn't homosexual. So I was like, why they got man moving real homosexually? Like, because
there was a lot. He done a lot.
He done the most. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not here saying even if you like boy, because if someone's gonna eat you, like you do what you do. You do what you gotta do. Like
it was.
no one.
I didn't want to laugh, but it was a bit. Like, it was mad.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, cool, but I didn't really understand. But for someone who didn't know that and just started watching it, it'd be like a good intro. And even myself, I watched it and I was like, okay, cool.
What, how they started from the end? And
how do we get here?
Did you know they were going to go back? Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, where do we go from here? It's going to be a long court case. Yeah, I just thought it would be flashbacks, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. They literally flew back. Do you know the funny thing about Jeffrey Dahmer, it's going to be mad for me to say this, but whenever I watch the documentaries, I always feel a bit sorry for him. Like, I always feel a bit...
Why?
Because he's so, like, introverted and just, like, always just seemed that he just wanted a friend. And...
Even after watching this, you feel that?
No, but after, because they always usually start with his childhood. Yeah. Whenever I've watched the documentaries and stuff, we always start with his childhood and his mum and the relationship with his dad. And
you felt like that before this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like whenever I watch it or being reminded of his childhood.
Because you know that's like a big thing that they were saying about this, how it kind of humanized him. Like that's one of the bad points that they're saying. They're saying,
but they do that. They do that in most of the documentaries because they always try and link it to his childhood and his mum, and that's why they made a big thing about the brain. Do you know what I mean? Because they wanted to know exactly like where it went wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? But I always do feel a little element of there was probably a point where he could have been caught and maybe things might have been different. But then he cooks people.
I didn't.
Yeah, but you're a robot, so it doesn't.
No,
those things don't.
Bro, I'm a robot. You're feeling empathy for a flipping cannibalistic serial killer, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, bro, that is not the time to call man a robot.
But you are a robot anyway.
No, I'm not a robot, bro. Like, stop trying to push that narrative. We're gonna stop a few narratives and shit, bro. You're always trying to push some kind of agenda. No, I'm not a robot, bro. Right. Just don't cry over birds crying. I mean, birds dying, bro.
First of all, it's a penguin.
Yeah. Whatever, it was getting killed by a bird.
But I don't know why you keep bringing that up.
Because it was a poignant point in this podcast.
Yeah, but you saw Wagwan, brother. He was getting moved to by the fucking birds, brother. Like, and he made a relationship with the family, brother. He had just about learned back how to fly.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
Yeah. Same reason why you got sympathy for my man.
But you take the piss, bro, man. Stop bringing that up, man, because it's not nice.
Bro, it was something that happened.
Yeah, it's Pengy, innit? You saw how the family
reacted.
Calling
it a name as well.
That's his name. It's Pengy.
Bro, get back to the story, and you feeling bad for a man out here drilling holes in man's brain, putting acid in them and turning them into zombies. You felt bad for a man that does that.
I felt bad when they talk about his childhood.
Do you feel like his father teaching him and showing him that roadkill has a part to play in why he may be?
I think
a little
it
curious.
Piqued his interest, but it seemed by that point he was already interested anyway. So
do you think his father? Do you think his dad's to blame for that?
No, I reckon regardless if the dad helped, did that or not, he would have started opening things up himself.
Because that's what I thought. Because to me, the gist I kind of got was the dad was kind of into that anyway. They didn't really they had the most awkward relationship, and that was like a common bonding ground. So like he could have grew up to be a flipping surgeon for all we knew from that. You hear me?
Yeah, exactly.
So the fact that he went left, I wouldn't necessarily blame the dad, but that's like some commentary that I'm hearing. I'm like, I wouldn't really say that. Nah. I more blame the awkwardness that him and the wife had and how that may have reflected on my man, because that was some moments where I was like, oh, that was a bit nuts,
and maybe if he would have taken Dahmer with him when he left, that might have made a difference.
Yeah.
Because, the mum was... Well, how they made the mum out was not good. Yeah.
Did you find this disturbing?
Well, yeah, of course. Like I think, again, it's gonna sound mad. I think with some of the other kills and stuff, I've seen a lot of movies and documentaries and this, that. So some of them don't really think about the little 14-year-old boy. I think there was 2 14-year-olds, to be honest. I think so, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they touched on all of them, but I'm sure there was another 14-year-old boy. Yeah. But the little boy, especially as one, he had already took his brother before.
Yeah.
And the brother got away. And 2, what he did to him, I think that one really was like...
It's so weird because I found that more disturbing as the episodes went on and they kept making reference to that one. Because when it happens, it's like, it touches on it. And whatever,
yeah, but you don't know.
Not really. But so you start to find out more exactly what happened to it, and it starts to get a bit like, that is a bit nuts. And you obviously start picturing like, oh shit, like, that was kind of crazy. Yeah, like, that was a crazy one.
That was too much, Jeffrey. Like, that was like I don't know where we're going now. That was like, there's some sort of, it's weird. Like, when them people have their own codes. Yeah. So their
kind of code.
Their codes are like different. Like, like they're like, oh, well, I wouldn't, I'd kill women, but I wouldn't kill a kid.
Yeah.
Or like, I'd do this, but I wouldn't do that. Whereas when he did that, it was like, where's your code? Like, what we, so we're just anything now, really. Like you like, toddler, like whatever, like we just, no one's safe.
Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, like
I only just now got what you.
Yeah,
what
nobody
you mean.
like you're on anything.
Women.
Well, yeah, true. Well, yeah, fair enough.
There was no. I think the only time he got aggressive with a woman was with his grand.
With his grand.
Yeah, bro. That was mad, yo. That was. I was like, my guy, over the mannequin. Is that what we're doing? No. Is that what we did? Bro, that whole setup of how he even took the mannequin, I was like, because at first I was baffed at what he was doing. And then when you see how he was packed, I was like, really? Really?
He was so upset at that mannequin, boy. It's like, where's my fucking mannequin? Like, rotted, cuz. Everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Everything, that's
like,
blooded.
He lost it. But, so it was weird.
What do you think about, because a lot of people are talking that try and bring a racial element into this, saying that he was only going, like he was going for predominantly black people, etc. Do you think there was like a racial element to his kills? It
didn't seem like that in the film. It seemed like that was the area he was in. So I say that, not that I don't think there wasn't, it's just that didn't really portray like he was purposely going for black guys. It just seemed like, oh, you're in a black area and that's my type. You hear me? Do I think there was? It's hard because everything else is so disturbing. the one thing I actually didn't really get was racism from him. I didn't get racial. Like, I didn't get, it didn't feel racial for some reason. It was just mad disturbing. Like, after a while, you kind of lose touch of, like, the color of the person. You're just like, this is another human being, period, isn't it? You start thinking like that. So I don't know.
I agree with you. I just reckon it's just the area he was in, because before he got to that area, he was only killing white people. Like, it was only like, it was just white guys that it was around. It's just who was around. And the area he was in was a predominantly black area.
And I feel like black was his type, like 100%.
What?
He had a thing for black guys.
They made that, there was, I think it's episode 6 or 7, where the whole episode they built up his kind of like relationship with the one particular.
Oh yeah, that
episode was deep, you know.
That was a really good episode.
That episode was
like a really
deep,
good episode,
like deep.
That
like
kind of.
But that's the type of thing where I say, like, not that I feel sorry for him. Not that the episode don't make me feel sorry for him, but there's something going on. Like there's something there. Like it seems like he was missing.
Yeah, he weren't all there. That was that moment where you're like, yeah, you're fighting something.
Yeah, you got demons.
Yeah, like some mad demons.
Demons.
It almost seemed like he genuinely liked this one.
Yeah,
like he wanted to.
But
then at the same time, he couldn't fight away the feeling that man had to just. I don't even know. Because at that point, it's like some of the reasons he gave for doing this, because he wanted this person around. He wanted to feel closer to this person. So he did that and he ate this and boom, boom, boom. Like, what would have been missing if you was in a relationship there? Like, so that was an awkward one for me to think, all right, cool, but you could have had what you're yearning for.
Yeah.
You hear me? So, yeah, that was a difficult one.
That episode was really good. It really... and I also wondered why they particularly touched on that one. Was that just because of there seemed to be a more element of a actual relationship developing, or because it lasted a little while?
If that is true to form, it went on for a little while.
Whereas the others seem to just be nights,
one night stands.
Yeah. What do you reckon about how they was talking about the police and their negligence?
Bro, that was a complete madness. Like, complete madness. Because with that, I've been able to hear some of the calls. Like, obviously, they got videos of some of the... And it's like, yo, that's a complete madness. Even... I don't even know if they really got the award, but even them getting the award and that, like... and it's so nuts because so much shows draw so much attention to how the police are such like a gang and, like, they protect their own. Like... You can own, well, not even just shows. Real life will show you that. You hear me? So it's like really hard to see otherwise. You hear me? It's like, no, that's how it is. I can imagine that's how it is. That's what it was. But for something like that, yeah, that was kind of...
Part of me thinks that what goes through your mind? Like, what's going through your mind? Like,
the police's mind?
Yeah, like,
I'm just pure negligence. That they don't care.
I'm sitting there thinking, right, I'm here. There's someone on the floor here, he's drunk, yeah? And there's someone saying, oh, you need to go upstairs, yeah? I just can't see how I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay, go with him.
But if you don't care about...
But yeah, you'd have to not care.
Yeah, like you don't care. You're just here at work, man, just here. I don't...
Then I think sometimes, like, how much stuff must they see that turns out to be
something
nothing?
crazy.
Nothing. So there's a drunk person on there. It's, it's just my boyfriend. He's drunk. This, that, and you're just like, all right, whatever.
But as the police, you just, it's hit and miss, isn't it? Sometimes it was worthwhile. Sometimes it weren't.
It must be hard, you know. It must be. Like, I know that particular situation was shit, and
but that's what you're getting paid for, bro. Like, you just have to address the situation. Yeah, but sometimes it ain't nothing, sometimes it is.
But think
about
it.
You can't take that risk.
But think about it. Like I said, sometimes it must be hard because there'll be times like I'm driving, I've had a drink or something. Yeah. I've been pulled over, yeah. And then the guy's chatting. I pulled up outside my house and I've got out the car and they've actually come to the door. Yeah, they've actually come to the door. I actually went to take a piss. I went to take a piss. I was waved, bruv. Yeah, like waved. I was at my house, but pissed around the corner. That's how waved I was.
It be like that sometimes.
Got to my house, and they've come and knocked on the door. Yeah, and I've opened the door, and he knows. Like he knows. Like he even said, I know you was driving because I've touched the the exhaust. So and it's warm. I know you was driving. So, but he was like, don't leave your house. Just go sleep. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has no idea, Wagwan. I might be a woman beater. Yeah. And I've just come home and I'm drinking now and I'm about to go beat up my wife. And I might beat her to death.
But that's a different kind of
scenario. But to him, he really and truly, he should have arrested me and took me to the station, but he hasn't.
No, for what?
Because I'm driving. He knows I was driving.
Well, yeah, but he's kind of seen that you got home and there ain't no sense of like concern or...
Yeah, but how do you know? Because like you said, it's what you get paid for.
The police were getting told. What are you talking about? How are you comparing the situation? The daughter was telling them, no, this is a situation. It looks dodgy. 3 people were there saying it looks dodgy. He's not the age he's saying he is. He looks more than he's just drunk.
Yeah, but
now it's a cause of concern. Yeah. If there was people outside your house saying, no, you can't come in, like he's aggressive, boom, 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 the police has to now address that situation and go and check. But there was no cause of concern there. You're home. Like, you're lucky. I caught you home. I'm letting you slide, but I can see that you're about to go to bed, so go in your bed. You hear me? But if you had, like, kids there and whatever not, and they look frightened and they knew that when you get drunk, when you come back inside, it might be a mad thing, now it's a cause of concern. Yeah, now it's down for that police to make an assessment and see, you know what, let me just make sure everything's good. You hear me? That was the biggest thing. There was 3 people telling him, no, he's not 17. Even that weren't... What's the age in America?
He was 14.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And they were telling him that.
How does a 14-year-old look like a 19-year-old?
Ah, crazy. Crazy. And he didn't.
He didn't.
He looked young.
Like, he looked like a youth.
Yeah. Young. Yeah, it was crazy.
Why wouldn't you just take him in the car?
Because they didn't care. You know what I mean? But you don't care about something. You don't care. Like, it's whatever. I don't care.
Why wouldn't you even check people's names?
What part? They don't care, man. Don't care, man. What they don't show, what they don't know won't show. I'm drinking juice in the hood. You know that?
Yeah.
All right. Did you think this was good, though?
Yes. I thought the way that they... First of all, we haven't even touched on Evan Peters' performance in this.
Well, I was going to get there.
His performance was almost... immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost immaculate from all how I've heard of him, what the documentaries, what I've seen of him, that like it was almost immaculate.
It was.
Literally. Like he might need help himself after this. Like, he might
Someone said that apparently
he might need
flipping he's saying he kind of needs a break from this role. But I can't imagine that because it's not his first rodeo in a dark role. I know this is a bit different because you have to tap into someone that actually existed.
And I feel like this was longer. Like, this was in that role way longer.
Yeah.
If you get, like, I feel like
he could have sat.
He could have sat in that. I feel like he probably had to become him. Yeah. For like, do you know what I mean? Like, probably because his portrayal was crazy. It was so.
He's gonna win, like, and apparently that's what they're afraid of. No, not afraid of, but that's some of the critique as well. That this is, well, I think that's where it is with the true stories that no one really wants to come to light like that. It's a bit like The Winning Time with Magic Johnson. You know, when someone don't agree with it, but when the show's actually good, it's hard. Because now people like it. Yeah. Now it can go up for awards and now you're glorifying it even more. But that's like the pros and cons of actually making one of these shows and it actually bangs.
Yeah.
You hear me?
And there's probably some people out there who gonna try reenact this as well. That's what you worry about as well.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, he had a fan base when he went in jail. That was mad.
Comics and this, that. And
bro, that was mad. Because you know what? Unlike you, I knew quite a bit about Jeffrey Dahmer, but not via documentaries and stuff. It was just someone I always heard about. That's what I'm saying. Okay. He's like one of the popular serial killers you've heard about. I've listened to podcasts on him. I've watched a few documentaries, but I hadn't known much about the court cases and the victims and all that. I just knew about this Jeffrey Dahmer guy that ate people. You get me? So yeah, this was really good.
This was
really good. In a way, too good.
Some of it wasn't true to form.
No. But at this point, we understand how entertainment is entertainment. Yeah. You've got to tick some boxes, and the rest of it is like, I have to make it enjoyable TV. You take what you take from it and go do your research. And I think even sometimes part of the design is so you go back and say, oh, this wasn't true to form and blah. So you continue talking about the show. You get me? So It is what it is. I wasn't too fussed about it. Some of the things that you find out ain't true is a bit pissed because it's like, oh, that was kind of
it wasn't
like with the neighbor. Like she wasn't actually a neighbor. Like apparently she lived like across the road or something.
Okay,
like
yeah.
So that makes a big difference in terms of like the smells and blah blah blah. But it is what it is. You get me?
Yeah, this was dope. This was done well. It was shot well. The directing was good. The writing was good. The acting was stellar.
They caught the time period so well.
Yeah, I feel like that. Whoever deals with that, like whoever like costume and set, and like they're
that's
underrated.
An important that's a mad important role because you know it's a difference when it's not like that and you're like, I didn't really feel like I was in the there 90s. Sort of whatever not. So when it does happen, it's like, that's an important job right there.
They definitely caught that element. But okay, let's get into it. So is this a watch it or not for you?
It's a watch it. It's a watch it for me. I mean, yeah, I'm not even gonna go into all that about it. It's a shame what the story's about or whatever not. It is where it is at this point. But if you're a lot of people are into like murder, especially documentaries, women love a little serial killer, boy. I tell you. But if you're into all that, this is definitely a watch it. Watch the documentaries, do your research. But this is really good TV just in general. It's a bit disturbing.
It's long as well.
Yeah.
Long, 10 long episodes.
10 hours.
Yeah. But all now I can't get people to whatever.
It weren't subtitles for one. That's a big part.
Fair enough. I'm gonna check if they put that in English.
Yeah, so watch it though.
All right, yeah. From me, this is a watch it as well. 100%. Really good. Well done to everyone involved. I will echo Zush's sentiment in regards of it's a shame what it's about, which I feel like will probably hinder it from being praised as much as it should be.
I don't feel like it is.
Don't reckon?
I'm honest. There's people that don't want to watch it because obviously they don't really into things like that. And the ones that are watching it kind of like it.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. Next, Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future.
I've actually been excited for this.
Is it?
I've been excited.
That's weird. I ain't. Not that I've watched it that long ago, but I ain't been excited for it at all. Since I watched it, I'm like, and you know what? Do you remember me mentioning this film?
I think so, yeah.
Because I was saying, I'm sure it was the guys who did Crash, or it reminded me of the film Crash.
Yeah, it did, yeah. But this was done by the guy who did The Fly. You seen The Fly?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's the guy who did The Fly.
Yeah, and I'm sure Crash as well.
David Cronenberg. Sure. I'm not too sure about Crash. I know he did Existence. Remember Existence?
I remember, but I haven't seen it. I remember.
He did
The Fly is a
Existence.
classic. I'm surprised they haven't tried that again. You know,
The Fly.
Like, yeah, some of the films I can imagine them trying again.
I remember The Fly quite vividly because again, it's one of those movies that man had on VHS.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that. It wasn't even that. That used to come on BBC Two late all the time. That was like one of them films they used to show at like 2:00 in the morning. You was randomly just up. And they used to show that all the time.
I used to watch that, and that was it was.
Wait, there is two actually.
He did direct Crash. Yeah.
See.
Yeah, he did direct Crash.
Thinking that there is two though.
The Fly.
Yeah, there's a black and white one though.
Is it?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a black and white version of The Fly.
I know there's a Fly too, but I don't think I've seen the black and white version.
I'm sure there's.
That's how I know of. That's a Jeff Goldblum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
That's a dope film though.
What? Fly?
Yeah.
Fly's sick.
Yeah, I know.
Wicked film, bro. You seen Fly? Love that movie, man.
Like for a minute, that was like some of the grossest shit you see on TV.
That was horror. Shit. You get me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, of course, bro. That was like rah. You know, you looking at flying sideways and that, like, I want to get, don't touch. Yeah, yeah, that was mad, bro.
Fly gave man PTS for a little bit still.
So, but to be fair, when you look at Cronenberg's resume, he's got some mad ones in there.
Well, when I knew Crash was there, it was like, when I saw the trailers for this a little while ago, it made sense, but this just looked even more like Buki.
I didn't even watch the trailer for this. I know we obviously were supposed to have a guest, and I sent her the
God, sorry.
I sent her the movie, and she watched the trailer, and she was like, "Nah." She was like, "I ain't watching that."
Did you pick this because of Dahmer?
Yeah.
And you tried to. Look at who you are. That's disgusting, bro.
Wrapped it all up.
That's disgusting.
In one nasty, naughty shot. Fucked up, mind blowing show. I read the synopsis. Okay, let's get to the synopsis.
That's actually nasty.
How are we gonna do it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna say like do it like a serial killer, but what does a serial killer sound like? Do it like a really creepy uncle.
Humans adapt a synthetic environment with new transformations and mutations. With his partner Caprice, Saul Tenser, celebrity performance artist, publicly showcases the metamorphosis of his organs and the avant-garde performances.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say.
What?
That is probably one of the first times you've actually got in your bag. Like that's one of the first times.
Alex. Wait. Go on, do it.
Alex, yeah. I just need some. Usually he don't put much effort into the things.
This is what I'm saying, yeah. Man's had been in my bag before.
Nah, I'm not saying never.
Yeah. You said it's the first time I've been in the bag.
One off.
And I realized, man fell out the bag a little bit. So I said, man, don't be in my bag.
Your bag
from now on. Man, I'm gonna wear this bag from now on. So I can identify. It's not the first time. But I realized, man, I've been falling out my bag. I'm like, let me get back in my bag.
The thing is like, all right, man.
So
good.
We in here.
All right, yeah, man. Yeah, all right, that was good. Like it. Energy. All right, cool. So in this one we got Viggo Mortensen. I obviously know him from a bit of other stuff, So he's obviously from Lord of the Rings, Captain Fantastic, Eastern Promises. But the one that I know him from, 28 Days. The one I know him from, is The Road. Have you ever seen The Road? The Road, bro. Have you ever seen The Road? Bro,
sounds like an old film.
It's like 2000 and
early 2000s.
I'm gonna tell you exactly when it is. The Road, and the reason why I know him from The Road, 2009. The reason why I know him from Road, is because that is one of the saddest movies, I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, for real?
Like literally, it's one of the only movies I've ever seen in my life, where there's no happiness. Like nothing good happens in this movie. It's literally
not even the end.
Not even the end. It's literally just doom and gloom from start to finish, and it stars Cody Smith McPhee, the guy who was from Let Me In, the vampire movie where the little boy makes friends with the vampire.
No, I like a good old vampire.
It's film. A sick. Let Me In's one of the top.
I like a good vampire film.
And he plays what's the little blue thing that disappears and reappears in X-Men? What's his name? Little blue thing.
Oh, flipping.
What's the name? Nightcrawler.
Yes.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler. So he plays Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
So he's in it as well. He plays Viggo Mortensen's son, and he's also in that Let Me In movie. Okay. But the Road, there's nothing but sadness. Like literally nothing but sadness. But you got Kristen Stewart as well.
Yeah.
Twilight. That's the.
Yeah, she does bits.
Yeah. And then you got Leigh. I never remember how to pronounce it. Leigh Sedol.
Oh, okay, I never knew her name.
She's from Spectre. I remember from Spectre.
I never knew her name. I knew I see her before.
And she's in No Time to Die as well, Madeline. But so this one, I know you had already thinged this one, but I saw this pop up somewhere again, and I was like, all right, cool. Let's get this on. And especially because it went with Dahmer.
Well,
I was like, let's just.
That's so nuts that it did, but it don't, and it does.
It does and it don't. But it does.
Yeah,
it definitely does.
It does
because of what it's about.
Yeah.
So the start of this movie is absolutely crazy. Like it could be up there with one of the wildest intros I've ever seen in my life.
I was like, Well, that's a way to open a film,
bro. I was like fuck me.
I was like,
oh.
Like, man can't even give that away because that is like, yeah, just know when you enter this film within the first 3.5 minutes, it's just what? Who?
Yeah.
Mad.
Like, why? Like,
why?
Like, what could have happened,
bro?
That we've got here?
You don't find out for a long time either, which makes it even more weird that was the beginning.
So this started like that, and I was like, fuck, like. And weirdly, it proper got me into the movie straight away. I was
because you want to see what's...
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And
I'm not going to lie, like 30 seconds before that, I was interested. I was like, what? Did he? Was he
just...
yeah.
That bit as well.
I was like... baffed. I had to rewind. I was like, was he just...
Yeah, there was the start of this movie is crazy.
Yeah.
First, that's what you need to
like
know.
Literally the start. The first 5 minutes.
Yeah, is wild.
Mad.
And then after that, it starts getting even more wild because you start seeing man in the seat.
Bro. And I've got a question about that seat, and I hope you got answers.
Go on.
No, we'll get there.
Okay, yeah. So then the man's in the seat, and it's all going Pete Tong. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
So you had no idea what this was about?
I hadn't even watched the trailer. Nothing.
So what made you pick it? You read the synopsis at least?
Yeah, I read the synopsis, and I knew Vito was in it, and I was like...
But how did you know it was in the same realm, or you was going to put it in the same realm?
Well, one, I knew it was Cronenberg.
Yeah.
So... I knew it got to be some sort of weirdness.
Okay.
And two, from the synopsis, it kind of sounded a bit strange.
Okay.
And then to fully affirm it, when I sent it to the guest, and when she said that, I was like, all right, cool, that's a definite then, fine, no problem.
All right, yeah, go on.
But yeah.
Yeah, like you, when I started this, like I was shocked. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Got into the next bit. And... I'm not gonna lie, after that, like I said, I attempted to watch this like late, about midnight, 1. After the first 5 minutes, the next 15 was just a bit too random and weird for me. And I was like, I can't watch this. Because I couldn't gauge what was going on. Mm-hmm. Like the language and the way they was talking, a lot of whispering and that, I was like having to hide. I was like, this is a lot. I don't get what's going on. It looks... weird, like weird as fuck. Like it looks mad, and I'm like, nah, let me watch this tomorrow. Like I would have preferred to watch it late, but I watched it in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. When I got back into it now, funny enough, I didn't start it from the beginning. I just continued from where I was because I got enough to know, like, I wasn't gonna watch that again. You get me? But I got enough to know how we got here. I just don't really know how we got here. So I think where I stopped it might have been longer than 15 minutes. Is where you meet the Fed.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, that's the Fed. And I was like, I'm going to come back to this. You get me? When I come back to it now, it just continued to get weird. Like, for a while, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what the purpose was. I obviously knew it was some kind of futuristic, weird place now where people can't feel pain and there's this fetish. That's what it was. It was like... This was like an erotic fetish, basically. That's what I got from it. It was like, they were trying to make it very abstract and very artistic in terms of the way, I mean, are we going to say in terms of like the way they were...
Well, it's basically they
inflicting pain?
Inflicting pain on each other, right? And they was getting sexually aroused by it.
Yes.
That's the basis of Wagwan. And then there's these shows that you go to. Well, his thing was, well, they say it in the thing, his thing, he grows extra organs.
Yeah, but before...
And then they...
Before a certain period, that is mad confusing. Like, what he is and why he's, like, can't digest and, like, it's just... Bro, what is that chair? Do we know what that chair is? Did I miss it?
Bro.
What is the chair? At first, for a while, and this is a massive pause, I thought the chair, like, was in them. I thought man sat on top and the chair was a part of them now.
What, just singing?
I thought it was like his arms, like, bro, it was weird, bro.
Man was like this the whole time. Like, you just think,
and he's just feeding himself.
He's just riding it.
Bro, no, I didn't say that. Oh no, I didn't say that, bro. Bro, I didn't know what that chair. What was the chair, bro? Do you know what the chair was?
All right.
Because I feel like I might have missed the explanation of the chair.
Listen, yeah, you know you said that you was watching this movie, yeah, and for the next 15 minutes it just got weird, yeah?
Yeah.
I think this movie is an hour and 47 minutes long, yeah? So if we take out the first 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
That leaves us with an hour and 37 I think for the next hour and 36, bruv, yeah, I had no fucking clue what the fuck was going on, bro.
Bro,
this movie, yeah, is one of the weirdest movies I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen so many movies, bruv.
Bro,
and this was so strange.
This made Human Centipede so understandable.
Bro.
Like,
this movie's weirder than that. That's how bad
that's what I'm saying.
Weirder than that.
It made, like, the Human Centipede, like, I understood
normal.
that.
Yeah, you would try that.
Bro, I couldn't gauge why this was happening, like, what this was. Like, bro, and there was so much bits to it as well. So much different parts. Like, the guy, like, the dad. Like, what he was about and what his crew was doing. It was like, what? Like, what? Oh, and what they believed and
then the mum, and then the two fucking
assassins.
Weirdos. I didn't even know there was I didn't even know.
Why are they assassins? Who are they assassins?
Bro.
Are they feds?
Bro, listen, do you know what, yeah? Nothing confused me more in this movie, yeah? Nothing baffled me more than when they was on the stairs with the dad.
Bro.
Nothing baffled me more than that. I was just sitting there watching it, like, all of a sudden they're acting like weirdos. Because they wasn't really acting like weirdos before.
No, but it was when they turned up at a house one time where you knew it was like, okay, because you knew it was them.
Yeah.
And then there was the next guy in the chair, basically.
But that's when I knew they was on stuff. Yeah. But it wasn't acting weird.
It was the same girls that were
naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even clock that until just now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay, I was just thinking that, that was them.
It's the same ones.
Like, who were they?
On the stairs, yeah, I'm just sitting there watching it. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, I just can't wait till this ends. Like, I need this to end so that I can.
It was already too long.
But I wanted to. This movie generally made me value my time in life. like, do you know when there's some movies that you just make you feel like this is work? This is one of them.
Yeah.
I watched this in like 6 sittings. Like, me and my brethren was watching this in like 6 sittings, bruv. Like, we're just like, pause, and then we'd like get something to eat or whatever, come back. It's like, it's that. We're looking at each other like, do you get it? Yeah. It's like, nope. Oh, fuck. Okay, cool.
I'm glad you said that, bro. I couldn't. Like, the doctors.
Well, the woman doctors, Kristen Stewart, like, what the fuck?
What, who?
She gave me horny.
Bro.
Like, she gave me horny.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
She was just horny. That's all she was. She was just horny. She just wanted to cut and fuck.
And then all of a sudden...
That's what she was. It was weird, bro.
Oh, and you know what was Joe when she come over and she was like, it's like sex.
It was like, why did you even say that? Why are you saying it like that? Why did you come over? Like, it was weird.
Is it? Was it? I didn't know. And then even when they do the last autopsy.
I didn't get all that. Like, what
I got that.
Well, yeah, because you find out that they had got to it first, basically.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the
I didn't get the big hoo-ha. And I didn't get the ending.
I didn't get who he was. Like, is he a snitch? Like, he was. I didn't know if he was working. Bro, this might be the most confusing film and disturbing film as well.
Bro,
it's just so disturbing.
Even when my man got the little zip.
Yeah. And then was that because at the end it was like, bro, the ending.
That's what I said. I don't get the ending, bro.
Yeah, but did he? Well, I can't even. Did he die?
No.
Was he die? Well, then what was that? Euphoria?
Yeah, because he could now.
He's cool now because
everything messed.
Man's one with the. Bro, that was weird. Like, everything was weird about this, bro. It was so weird. Like, every character in this was weird and had no real relevance to what was really going on. Like, I can't... like, the person that he was doing the art with, like, his partner. Like, who, why, who are you? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is this?
And even they did the fucking... the other show where they were all cutting each other's faces.
Bro, and the guy with the ears.
And then she...
Man had ears all over him. And he was just, bro, this might be the most bookiest film.
Like that. I was like, you got moves? You got moves still, but...
Bro, it was, yeah.
Why'd you look like that?
And then the woman with... But that, you know what? as I say that, yeah, that was the only bit that I got that they were trying to do. They were trying to make this look like it was a mad erotic fetish thing with people that like to be, because this is a thing. People like to like scratch themselves a lot. And what they didn't really explain properly is how we got here. Why are there people that can't feel pain? How about that? Just let me know that, and then I'll try and make do with whatever I got to do. All of a sudden, we're just in a place where some people can feel pain, some people can't. Some people grow extra organs, some people don't. Some people can eat real food. So, bro, it's like, how are we here? I don't understand.
Why was this called Crimes of the Future?
I don't know, bro, because what they were doing was a crime, right?
Was it?
Well, the dad... what he was doing was a crime.
Well,
and the gist really. I got was, he was doing a madness to kind of entwine people with, me. And so the Fed, which has to be the most
unfeddy Fed
I've ever seen in my entire life.
He weren't no Fed.
He weren't no Fed.
That weren't no Fed.
But yeah, he was getting information from my man about. That's it. That's all I got though. It's a big.
The Fed was the Fed was the most normal person in this.
It seemed like he might have been the only human. Like, it was crazy. Like this, this might be the most confusing, baffling, disturbing, because there's scenes in it where if you're squeamish. Woo! This ain't for you.
The one where he had a zip.
This ain't for you.
Bro. And then she basically gave him head in his intestines.
Bro, like that alone lets you know. Like, she gave him head in his cut, like in his wound. Bro, if you're a squeamish person, this ain't for you at all. Like, I was even surprised. Like, you see the scene from the beginning, how that came.
What are you going to say? Go on, say it.
Like, I'm just surprised how they showed what they showed.
Bro, I didn't know when to look. I was like, nah, man, like, no, you can't do that. Like,
bro, is this allowed? Like, I'm like, is this R-rated?
Yeah, bro, who is this boy's parents? Like, what's going on, bro? Are they on set? Like, what the fuck? Like,
bro,
what are they doing, bro?
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Not my son.
I couldn't believe it.
Not my son. I don't know how much.
On a show like this doesn't even mean anything. You know what it
I don't know how much that little boy got paid, but boy, it's not my youth.
Yo, that was crazy, and I was surprised that they showed
more than once as well.
Yeah,
like they panned away and panned back.
It was the film.
They panned down. Bro, I was just like, what the fuck?
This film was mad disturbing, bro. There was 10 times more disturbing scenes than Dahmer.
Bro,
the whole thing was just, every other scene was just
weird.
You see what they performed the art in? What was that? And then the machine, bro. It looked like a rubber frog that was like a remote. It was weird, and it was controlling like these, and it had bro. This film's mind-blowingly weird, bro. I don't think I've seen a more confusing film in my life, bro.
What I will do is I'll big it up in the sense of, when it comes to David Cronenberg, his mind, like, just to sit down and have a conversation with him must be nuts. Because how someone can, it's pretty much how I felt with Nope, with Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Like, how someone can pick that from their brain and put it here. Like, this is like a whole new universe.
Yeah, and make it cohesive. Was it cohesive?
It was cohesive in whatever the fuck they was doing.
Yeah.
But like, not like, if this is what the future's like, kill me now. Like, I don't... Murder me now. I am not interested.
It was definitely one of those films where I'm upset that I watched so too late, where I couldn't do some research, because I want to know some explanations. I want to know the ending summed up. I want to see an interview with one of these people explain. Like, and I do want to know, like, at least what the reason was, or
what the fuck that chair was.
Bro,
the chair was nuts.
Bro, the chair was crazy. Like, what is the chair? Like, what was it? What was it doing? Like, what was it doing to them? Like, what, bro, how was it moving? Like, why did it stop when he ate the thing? Like, what was the chair? The chair was like alive. It was like the chair was alive, isn't it? Was the chair made out of human? Like, was it chair? Bro.
It's one of those movies where you could, it's like pretty much like Nope, where you could say anything and it might make sense.
And just one last thing. The guy, like, he was growing extra organs inside, right? Yeah, but what was his whole MO? Like, was he just doing it for art? Like, was the art, he was growing extra organs, and part of the art was removing the organs as they grow, right? Yeah. Or when they grew.
They develop.
Yeah.
Then they tattoo it. Can I say that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why and when, because they tattoo it while it's inside him, though. That was the whole point. Bro, I'm done. Yo, let's get to it.
Is this a watch it?
No way. No way. No, don't watch this. Don't watch it. A part of me wants to say watch it just to check it out, but I know no one would watch this. I'd actually be upset if someone told me to watch this, to be fair. Like, yeah, nah, this is a big nut. This might be one of my biggest nuts.
I said to Alex when I came out, I said, this might be the worst movie I've seen in my life.
Yeah, bro, like it's because I can't make no sense of it, and it's annoying and it's disturbing. It's like I put my eyes and my thought process all through that for nothing. Like, at least with something like Crash, that was a weird film. It was like people was crashing into each other, and then when they were injured, they were having sex with each other, and it was like that kind of fetish. That is the only reason why I totally kind of understand this, because I know there's people out there that are into like injured people and like looking deformed and stuff like that, you hear me? So I kind of understood that and how they made it look arty, but everything else, like storyline, even the acting was just weird. They were just, I got that they were supposed to be creepy, but it was just, yeah, man, no, this wasn't good, man. This wasn't good at all. And it's just disturbing. It's just a disturbing film. It's like you watch all that and think, rah, that was nasty.
This movie's fucked. Like, it's fucked, and I'll probably never watch it again, or even I wish that I didn't watch it. That's how bad it is. Yeah. I wish that I could take my time back. If they created like a way to go back in your past, this is probably one of my biggest mistakes in my life of wasting an hour and 47, bro. And I've done some fucked up shit and had some like there's some problems that I've had, and I'd rather have leave them in my life, in my memory, and wipe this out of my memory, because this has some weird, like, this is fucked. This is one of the movies where you can't even get the certain scenes out of your head. Yeah, that last one, bro, I still like it still pops up with the, like, all the organs, with all the tattoos and shit. Like,
yeah, it was weird.
Oh, this is I want the only reason this would be a watch it is so that you could watch it just to see how fucking weird.
Yeah, just to understand, like, man's like, actually not over exaggerating.
Yeah, because people will be like, it can't be that weird. Yes,
no,
it can.
It is.
It can. It can. It's weirder than we've actually made it out. How about that?
Yeah,
it's the fucking weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Ever.
And it was boring. It wasn't even fun.
That's what was annoying about it. The storyline was rubbish. Like,
yeah, and even when you got to the end, it was like, even if the way I got it was like, okay, so now he can eat. But I'm like, was that it? Yeah. So like, that was the whole point of what he was trying to do.
Because that's, as you say that's what it seemed like it was.
That's what I got.
Because he had problems eating. Every time he eating, and it was a mad thing. And it was like, I guess because he couldn't digest through all the organs. I don't know. I don't even know. They didn't even say. They didn't explain. The two gal were on him. You get me? He was like a Mac. He was a pimp. Their gal wanted to fuck him.
Yeah, this is a knot. This is a knot from me. This is a real knot. And this is, again, when we come to, at the end of the year, I think we're going to do like a top 5 or top 10 knots and top 5 watch it, and this is 100% going to be in like very high up.
I won't forget this as a bad film.
Yeah, this will be one of those ones that are like, you know, be like a dig for you. Even though I thought the dig wasn't
I don't know
bad.
Why you got like you like the dig, you know.
The dig was alright.
No, you didn't like the dig.
It was alright. It was boring, but it was alright. But this was
atrocious.
Yeah, this was shit.
You almost think, why did you not even do this film? It don't look like a favor neither.
Nah, they don't.
I'm like, oh, that was a question I had as well. It was like, do you think they picked this for an interest in it, or is just a movie? Because I'm like, why would you even do this film? Like I said, it's not like one of them films where, let's say you're into Scientology and you feel like it's a metaphor for whatever point you're trying to get across. Like, this had no substance. Like, what are you into that was trying to portray? Even if you are a freak, like, this wasn't good. This wasn't a good portrayal of whatever fetish you may be into.
This was shit.
It was.
Anyway, all right. Thank you, people, for joining us for the show.
Yeah.
Each and every time. Episode 84?
Ain't you free?
Free. Okay, cool. Yeah, some weird ones. This might be the weirdest show.
This is a creepy episode.
But a weird.
Well, it is well, no.
Halloween.
I wasn't
coming up.
It's Black History.
What'd you say?
It's Black History. Look what you choose on Black History, though.
We got that for next week.
This is your guy.
For next week.
Anyway, what we got coming up? Anything? The 100th episode, man. We got some news coming about that soon.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing
red
really.
Carpets.
Red carpet. We're gonna have a lot of red carpets coming up soon. Though we got a lot of content. Keep your eye out for that. Well, no, man.
Not much. No, we're just building a few things at the moment.
Yeah. We got a few new bits of content coming.
That's it.
Yeah. So we're gonna add to the artillery. You know, it's been a little while now. So we're like, so we're like, you know what? Let's expand a little bit. So we're gonna start getting busy with some new content. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah.
And that's about it, man.
All right,
about it. It's another episode down. People, you already know when you're flicking through, you're on the streaming platforms, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney, Hulu. How come we don't get Hulu?
That's weird because I see a lot of things on Hulu.
Yeah.
Also, funny enough, The Bear is on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it?
Now. Yeah.
Is it?
Come out yesterday.
All right, people, man. Make sure you go check that out on Disney Plus. Quickly, recommendation.
Oh, I'm just going to keep saying it. Funny enough, I was watching scenes from it yesterday thinking this is just so fucking good and I just don't understand why I got no one to speak to about it. Beyond Evil. You know what we're going to do, yeah? We're going to fucking cut this section. We're going to cut this bit out, yeah? And we're going to post it. They're going to be like the first fucking person to watch this Winter Top or some sort of shit. Like, fucking watch this series, bro. It's so fucking good. Beyond Evil. And also, you probably won't be able to find it just yet, but it will be out soon. Joyland. It's a Pakistani movie. Fucking epic. Probably one of the best movies I've watched this year. Really good. So yeah, Beyond Evil and Joyland when you get the chance to watch it.
My one, I believe it's called Love Life. And season 2. I haven't watched season 1, but season 2 I randomly just watched and it was good. So putting that one out there. Little light comedy drama type thing. Yeah. So yeah, people, you already know, man. If you're looking for something, if you're stuck on something, you don't really know what to watch or you're not sure if you should watch it, make sure you check out Watch It or Not
TV
for the best movie and TV show reviews in the world. Peace out.